EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now a play fake, Brady. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Throwing on first down is Brady. That's out wide here for Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilled them in the offensive backfield.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Saints who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in New Orleans. His throw incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
And defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. He'll drop to throw. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
On first down, Brady. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw here. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver? Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taken in at the 11. 39 yards on the punt, giving just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Brady. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, Robinson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. On the run, it's Robinson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Brady. Flush to his right. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there?
Yeah,
because
possibly.
I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. He'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on fourth down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Off the option, that's complete. Touchdown! Jakeem Grant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Brady. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, The alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll run on first down. Robinson, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run the counter. It's Robinson, and he's taken down inside the 30.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Brady. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On third and long, it's Brady. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. On play action, it's Brady. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 6 there on first. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
From the gun on third down, Brady. Dancing to his left. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tom Brady, his third touchdown pass of this first half. And the Falcons would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Robinson. And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
Okay, you and I are sitting up here getting ready to analyze whether they should go for it or not. Did you see the quarterback just point to the sideline and say, everybody back, I've got this call?
Well, you knew this side of the field, they're in plus territory, 4th and 1. He wasn't coming off the field.
No, he wasn't coming off the field. He wasn't letting the offense go with him at all. He said, we're staying out here, and we're picking this one up. That's some leadership right there.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 17, Brady. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. Touchdown, Falcons. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, it's Harris, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Zach Ball leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Brady flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. From the gun, it's Brady. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here comes Grant on the return. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 41 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Saints on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 17. Flush to his right. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Falcons' defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons' offense at the line. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
To throw, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 49. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. James Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This is Jakeem Grant. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. This is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They run with Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Falcons, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time.